Hi. So I'm a part of the first class that was in the science and engineering course for the first time. So one of the units that you're going to be going over is energy and the environment. And so in this, you're going to be going to the Horizon Grand Prix RC race, which is actually really cool and really exciting. But it's a lot of work and you have to put a lot of effort into it. And that's why we made this video to help you with things that you should know and things that you should do for future reference when getting ready for your race. So, a big role that I played as team manager was helping the team get together and helping with having all of our stuff together and making sure that the team as a whole was organized and put in order and that we had everything that we needed. So, one of the big parts that I did in helping us succeed was being able to step outside my comfort zone and to go out and try and meet new people and try and get as much outside help as possible, which is a big piece of advice that I'm going to give to you guys. Because if you want to do well because there's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't know and that your teacher won't know and that people around you and your group mates aren't going to know. And so what is going to be really well and really good for you guys is to go out and to get help. Go to an RC track. Go and find someone there who, like, all they do is RC cars. And people are nice. They're willing to help you. And if you ask for help, you will receive it, especially with even the people who are working with Horizon Grand Prix. They'll also give you help too. So part of that was when we were able to go out and get help, we found so much with our car. So our car, when we first got it, every single piece was broken. And honestly, as a piece of advice to you guys too, is if your entire car comes broken, you don't have to fix it. You can call or email Horizon Grand Prix and be like, hey, shipping went wrong, everything is broken, I need new parts. And they will give you new parts. You don't have to go and fix your whole car. Of course, we love to make modifications and move forward with our car and make things more efficient and faster, but you don't have to fix everything on your own. Getting outside help is a big part of this entire course because there's going to be a lot of stuff that you aren't going to know because it's the first time we've had this course. So going out and getting help is really important, which is why we knew how that our servo was broken and that we needed to get a new gear. And even after that, we knew that we needed a new servo and we just told our teacher, hey, we need a new servo, and he had it. Your teachers and people around you have resources for you and they're willing to help you. We also knew that we had a messed up differential, which we didn't know, but when we went out and we figured out that it was broken, we were able to get a new gasket to help fix it and to loosen certain things that we needed to in order to make things work properly. So everything that you are doing right now is going to be great, but if you need help, go out and get it. Not everything's on you.
Hey guys, I'm Vincent Bazzano, class of 2020, and I'm here to help you out with your Hydrosol car for science and engineering. Specifically, what I'm going to go into is the gearing and the data competition. For gearing, we recommend that you go with a high gear ratio, meaning that your pinion gear, the one directly connected to your motor, has more teeth than your spur gear, the gear that is directly connected to the drive shaft. So, with that, we left behind a couple of manuals that sort of help out with your gear ratios. Besides that, we do recommend that you do some research and discussion with your team, depending on your car.
At this RC track, we also met other people who had similar remotes to ours because our remote, and you guys are going to get this remote, and it's really cool and super high tech, but it's also pretty confusing and there's so many things that you can do with your remote that you don't know what to do. And so there are other people at RC tracks and other people even in the Horizon Grand Prix who are going to have the same remote as you. So if you want to go and you want to find help and ask people like, hey, what do you use your remote for? Or like, what other settings do you know how to use? You can go out and do that. No one's going to stop you. It's not against the rules. And so finding out what to do with your remote and then just going to RC tracks, not even just to meet people, but to just race your car. That's really important. It's just practice, practice, practice. Drive and drive and drive. And we're going to be talking about driving later, but it's super important that you guys just keep at it and keep up the good work.
To check the suspension of your car, you should take off all four tires and the suspension. You should then look at the arms of your car. Each arm should be able to fall under its own weight while the shock is off. If not, that means that the weight of your car is off. To fix this, what you can do is either fix your car manually by cutting pieces off or try to displace the battery and other weights differently in your car. Also, check your outer hinge pins, and that'll have something to do with it. If the pin touches the shock, that can play a role in how the shock moves and helps your car. When charging your RC batteries for the first time, you have to fully charge them. If you do not fully charge them on the first time charging the batteries, then that can cause damage to the battery. Not only can your battery not work as well, but it'll also not hold a charge as well, as long as possible. To charge the battery, you want to get it to 8.4, and once it hits 8.4, you want to unplug the battery as soon as possible, or it might overheat. If the battery is not charged to 8.4, that means it is not fully charged, and that it might cause more damage to the battery. When charging the battery after the first charge, you can charge it as many times as you want in as many sections until it is fully charged. But for the first time charging the battery, you have to do it all the way through so there is no damage to the battery. That is your fault.
As the driver for your team, the first thing you want to do is associate yourself with the car and fully understand how the car works and how the speed dial changes and how each motion of the turn affects it. Once you fully understand the car, the next thing you want to learn and focus on is the speed control. Now, speed control is important since you want to go at a consistent rate throughout the race and do not want to squeeze on the trigger too hard or too soft at any given time. As the race goes on, you'll learn that you need to start to add more gas as the battery dies out, since the speed control will begin to have less and less power and the motor will get less and less power. The next thing you want to do is to limit your changes in direction and speed, because as you change your speed or direction multiple times, it causes you to lose control, and often times it leads to you using extra battery life that can be avoided. And finally, the most important thing for the driver to learn is route consistency and control. If you're able to keep a consistent route and a consistent speed throughout the entire race, you'll be limiting the use of battery and the strain that this battery will be going through, therefore saving you battery life and being able to last longer during the race.
As for the day of competition, you will basically just go through and sign a booth, be guided to a station, and then from there you'll do your inspection where they inspect your car, your hydro-sticks, and your batteries. From there you'll do two warm-up laps, basically, and from there it'll be a 3-hour race. Have assigned roles for your team. We had 1 or 2 drivers, 2 people on standby in case there's a malfunction, and then 1 person constantly going back to the team and back to the leaderboard to relay information. If you have advanced telemetry, you can basically just have those 1 or 2 people on that, and basically just communicate with your team, be a good teammate, be ready in case there's malfunctions or crashes, and just use the information that we've already stated to your advantage. We bid you farewell and good luck.
So, thank you for letting us make this video and for giving you some of our tips and tricks. We hope that you use them and they help you, and you're going to do great in your race, and just keep at it. You guys got this.